So last night I was listening to Revival on repeat, and I do that from time to time with different albums, and if I recall, the last one was with 50's Get Rich or Die Trying, but it's something I do frequently with different albums I enjoy, and Revival was the most recent. And I kept thinking of two songs while I listened, Remind Me and Hit, and those two are why I decided to make this one. And I also have more to touch on at the latter part of this video, so stick around. Before we get started, remember to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, turn on notifications and hit the like button if you enjoy content like this. So I still remember when Revival dropped, and Remind Me was one of the songs that people used to put down the album because of one bar that they didn't like. It wasn't just used to put down the song, but the entire album, and when you explore the theme of the song, the bar fits well with a chorus that says, and before I elaborate on this, this is what Eminem had to say about that bar in the interview with Crook.
Yo, you know what I want to mention too? I just thought about this. When I got, this is funny, pun intended, when I got for the your booty is heavy duty, like diarrhea, I got a lot of that line. Right. Pun intended. But it's like, when, oh man, that's trash, oh, it's trash. I'm just being stupid. Like, it's sometimes, you ever think of a punchline as like, it's just supposed to be stupid. Right, it's not supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's not supposed to make you, oh, your booty is heavy, dude. It's a stupid line, and sometimes I throw those in there to just like, just to get a reaction out of people, to get a laugh, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that serious, but it's like, oh man, he sucks because he said.
Now, as you heard, he did that to get a reaction, and from someone like me, the reaction to that bar was laughter. And sometimes I get confused by Eminem fans because I've been a fan from when I heard My Name Is, and if you listen to the Slim Shady LP, you know Eminem has always had bars in songs that many people may find repulsive and comical to get a reaction that's in line with the theme of the song. And depending on who you are, it's either a hit or miss. But most of the time it's a hit for Eminem. Based on the theme, like on Role Model, that song is filled with bars like these, so I was kinda shocked about the reaction Remind Me got, which I still chalk up as these fans must be much younger. And like Crook said in the clip, you can find a bar to complain about in any song if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, they pick out one thing. Oh yeah. Because, and that just lets you know how good you are, because they'll go through, okay, you just said 100 dope lines, and then they'll pick one and say, but hey, he said this right here. And it's like, you know, you just know that that person is a hater. Because now if I go back and listen to all the classic music that I loved growing up, I'm sure I could find that bar that you know what I'm saying? But it's just, that wasn't the point.
Every bar is ignored in Remind Me because of the diarrhea bar, and I read a comment that sums up my assumptions for Remind Me. A user states on Genius, if people don't like it, it's most likely because they haven't listened to enough old school rock. The sampling has got my head banging, and somehow I think he would have done a video for this one if Revival didn't get smoked on social media, and this topic connects well to the next one at hand. I was on Twitter and I saw a post in 2020 criticizing Eminem like it was 2017 when Revival just dropped, and I'll play Eminem's one-shoe-fits-all reaction to tweets like this in a second, but first, here's what the user stated. Eminem pisses me off. He could have people like 50, Nas, Hov, Kendrick or Cole feature on his album, but instead chooses Ed, Skylar, Pink and Young M.A. Now, reading this, you'd think we're still in 2017 when Revival just dropped, when M's latest album has Q-Tip, Black Thought, Royce, Crook, Joel Ortiz, Anderson .Paak, and just two singers that write their songs, Ed and Skylar. And why does it always have to be Eminem? Why doesn't Nas feature M on his own album, or Jay, or Kendrick, or Cole? Why always Eminem? And here's Eminem's all-purpose response to posts like this.
You know, just reading comments, period.
Right.
Like, it just makes it like, okay, you realize like you're not gonna please everybody. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like you do this over here and someone doesn't like it and they want you to do the opposite, then you do the opposite, you please that person. Right. Or you don't. And this person hates it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
very tough.
Even Mr. Porter in a recent live stream talked about how fans think artists are their playthings that should do as they say on command, totally ignoring the creative process involved.
artists don't work that way. We don't jump when you say jump. We don't do that. Shout out.
And see how all the great rappers that feature on Music to be Murdered by are ignored to complain on Twitter that M doesn't feature Jay and others on his album. He'll do that, and the next thing you'll hear is that Eminem needs to stop using features to sell his albums. These people are insatiable. We are in 2020 and still hearing complaints like it's 2017. And it doesn't take long to understand the people we're dealing with. Despite Eminem's track record, users like this still believe Eminem is afraid of getting washed, and Nas and Jay would follow their cheers in 2020 laughing at an opinion like this.
If you wanna.
So that will be all. Share your thoughts with us below in the comments section. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.